taking a submarine train from Europe to London. The Eurostar, which can reach speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour, is one of the fastest trains in Europe and connects the European mainland with the British island. But how is that possible? Between the island and Europe, there are 34 kilometers and over 3 trillion liters of water. What will the tunnel look like? Are we really traveling through the sea, and will we see fish? Tunnels work without water flooding the tunnel. Jewel and I want to find out. He is testing the standard or third class today, while I can look forward to the luxurious first class with all its advantages. But our journey still starts the same as always, here at the station at check-in. You have to check in here first through security control, just like at the airport.
I hope you enjoy the video. I'm heading out now because my train is leaving soon. I need to stand in line for a bit.
We'll queue as well and check whose waiting time is shorter. I'm very curious.
Fabi, what are you doing here?
Have fun in line.
You are in the other line here. Hi. Oh man, I have to take the regular line.
We didn't have to wait for a second.
I'm definitely waiting here longer. Fabi is already through. I'm still standing.
So Joel, have fun. We are through the border controls. It's actually like at the airport. Beyond it, there's the duty-free shop. And just like at the airport, there's a luxury lounge. This is the lounge when you're flying business class. Jewel can wait here. Here we have the Eurostar Premier Lounge.
Dude, that took so long. Security, then out of the EU, and then the passport control. It's super crowded. I don't even know if I'll find a free seat.
Yes, this is definitely a more pleasant waiting area. Definitely very relaxing to sit here. It is relatively empty here. You can even get something to eat or drink. Here in the Brussels station, there is even a second lounge before check-in, which is more modernly equipped. You can clearly feel the class differences of the Eurostar even before the train journey, okay?
This is a construction site.
Just like on the Glacier Express, there are 3 different classes here. The first class, also known as Premier Class, the second Eurostar Plus class, and the Standard Class, which Jewel rides. And only first class passengers have access to the lounges. We will show you all the prices at the end to let you know what each class costs. I have to say honestly, the lounge is pretty cool, but somehow, most has been eaten already. For what you pay and what you get in the lounge, I don't think it's that great.
So, I just went to the bathroom and it's okay. But it's not that clean.
The toilets are not super clean. I expected more, to be honest. Maybe my expectations were too high. Now the test really begins. Train is ready for boarding, so off to the train.
So boarding through duty free is kind of crazy.
The waiting area is already empty. There they all stand, but you line up like everyone else. I don't have a problem with that. That might be good to know.
Quite a long way to the platform somehow. Look, there's the Eurostar. Fancy. That looks really cool.
Friends, there he is. Guys, I'm honestly excited, and not without reason. In first class, among other things, extra generous seats and a unique menu await us, put together by the top 50 of the world's best chefs and pastry chefs. My main course today, for example, will be conjured up by a chef from a 2 Michelin star restaurant, whereas Joel has to figure out what he's eating himself.
Dude, this is so cool. Dude, this is the Board Bistro. 14. I have to go in here. Oh my god, it's so cool. Oh my god, it's already awesome. I think I have to go in here. Okay, I have now found my seat. I found the way to the train. It was a bit strange. Honestly, taking it through like that really captures the free duty of the crowd. But now I'm sitting, and I have to say, I'm sitting quite comfortably. I really wonder how well Fabi had to seat us like this. Because I have to say, I find that really good.
This is our seat for the next 2.5 hours. The seats are definitely huge. Just look at that, legroom is definitely doable. I think this is a holder for drinks. Down here we have sockets, then we have a really very large table here. And here again, for newspapers, here's another reading button and it controls these 2 lights here. And here, I think you can even adjust your seat. Wow, the person behind me doesn't have any disadvantage because of this, you know? No, that is cool, because I always find that really inconsiderate on planes, especially in economy class when someone leans back, you suddenly have less space.
We were just told to store our things under the seat. Folks, we're about to take off. It feels like an airplane here. This padding is so cool, we even have a little table here. I have to say, the legroom is awesome. Plus, there's an outlet here for both British and European plugs. That's funny. Yes, it works already. Look, here we have something. Oh. Super bright here. But it could be worse, I would say. So far, I find it quite good.
Here we go, we're leaving Brussels. You can simply get from Europe by train and stuff. That's crazy. And this railway line, it was already built in the 1980s, but the idea to connect Europe and Great Britain, is even much older. Already in 1802, a French engineer planned an underwater connection between England and France. However, back then it was still meant for carriages and horses. It was not until nearly 200 years later, in 1986, that the construction of the so-called Eurotunnel was decided. But is that really safe? And how does it feel when tons of water are continuously above you? The service is starting up ahead as well. Does Jewel also have some champagne while traveling by train? Cheers.
Okay, I'll just have a look around now. Dude, I find it really exciting. I've never traveled on the Eurostar before. Here in second class, you still have luggage storage, but what I noticed right away, it's so clean. It looks really good. Up there is the onboard bistro, where we'll head shortly. I'm in the mood for a snack.
Wow guys, how quickly everything is happening here. We've been here maybe, 5 minutes tops, and already the first course is being served. The main course was already included right here. Honestly, I'm a bit overwhelmed because everything is just happening so fast. Guys, I'm telling you honestly, before I start eating here, I'm really curious about what we will see in this underwater tunnel or in the Eurotunnel, or if we will see anything at all, because my imagination looks a bit like in these TikToks I've just shown. Let's see if that's really the case. Let's try our food very elegantly. Super cool. It's definitely quite spicy. I'm just wondering if Joel also has something this delicious to eat.
So, there's a bistro on board here. It's more modern than on the train. They even have curry baguette. There's quite a bit available.
You're probably very interested in how the cheese tastes here. This has a very strong flavor. It's not just cheese, it's cheese with a very strong flavor.
We grabbed a drink and a quiche, €9.40. Gives me a bit of a bistro vibe.
I have to say, the dessert surpasses everything. It tastes amazing. It's sweet, but not too sugary. It's an explosion of flavor.
Okay, this is my haul now, and I'm eating it now before we go into the tunnel. This is plastic, here we have cardboard, this is wooden cutlery. Nah, the onboard bistro on the train is cooler, I would say. Yeah, it's just reheated. You can do that. Tastes okay.
If I were to rate the food, I would actually give it around 3.8 out of 5 stars. Because it was so spicy, and that's not really my thing. Someone else will probably give it 4 stars or 4.5.
I would rate the food 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good.
The lounge, I forgot to rate that earlier, 3.5, because the first lounge was very awesome. Now that we are at it, the seat gets 5 out of 5 stars from me.
I have to honestly say, the seat is so awesome. I would really give it 4 out of 5 stars because I find it incredibly cozy. I think I would ultimately give the waiting area only 2 stars because I found it somehow really crowded. There were no windows, which I didn't find so great.
Then we'll rate the toilet again, and of course the experience through the tunnel. On the Eurostar, there are even meeting rooms for first class Wi-Fi is free in all 3 classes, and it even has a surprising result.
Okay, this is the speed test. Yes, Google says the internet connection is fast.
But here, 2.5 download, 0.4 upload is not strong. You can definitely watch YouTube, so I would give the entertainment a 4 out of 5. If you only need entertainment and to chat, it's definitely enough. The toilets are exactly the same in all classes again. It's okay, it's solid. Almost a bit nicer, I would say, than the Deutsche Bahn. This is a bit dirty here. The toilet gets 4 5 stars from me. Okay, we're just before the tunnel now. Okay friends, it's about to happen. I'm really excited. It accelerates really fast. Here we go. Look, now. Oh my god, we're in. Guys, we're in the Eurotunnel. Now the journey in the Eurotunnel finally begins. A 50-kilometer long route with about 38 kilometers running completely underwater.
Okay, I can really feel the pressure on my ears. Dude, what the heck? How crazy. But is that it now?
So my impression was actually like this. You really can't see anything. I actually expected to see fish, or would have liked that, but instead the tunnel just goes through the seabed and along under the sea. At the deepest point of the Eurotunnel, we will simply be 75 meters below the water surface, while there are more than 30 meters of rock above us. Dude, that's crazy.
But I still have Wi-Fi. So crazy. I just have Wi-Fi under the sea.
We were just under the sea, even if I had a different expectation, people. I have to say, how crazy is this engineering achievement that they just built a tunnel under the sea? The construction was a tremendous challenge. Over 6 years, more than 11 drilling machines and 15,000 workers were needed to complete this engineering masterpiece. Also a little scary, I say honestly. I can already sense when the water breaks through. The chosen construction protects the tunnel from this fate and makes it one of the safest train connections worldwide. Here in the tunnel, there have been just 5 serious incidents since it opened 30 years ago, including a fire in 1996. But thanks to modern safety measures, all passengers were evacuated in time. I think it's crazy that you can connect 2 countries with a tunnel. And also much more ecological, much more sustainable, like flying. Imagine being worldwide one day. You no longer build bridges, but simply build under the sea. Imagine one day traveling from Spain to Africa, a tour by train. So, although we can't see any water here, we are actually on an underwater train. We are beneath the water. In the next few weeks, you can expect more videos about the most unique and extraordinary train journeys in Europe, so feel free to subscribe to the channel.
And now we are in England. I must say, it was a cool experience in the tunnel, but you didn't see much. But just the thought that it was built the way it was built made it somehow cool.
Summary and price reveal. I already told you it's not that cheap to travel here in first class. The experience here was amazing, especially with the food and so on. We're arriving in London within 2 hours, which is also crazy. I'm a bit late now, but that just happens sometimes. The seat costs literally 345 to sometimes even 390 euros depending on when you book, but you can definitely travel much cheaper, like Joule for example. I'm curious how Joule rates the train here. Overall, I'd give the value for money 4 out of 5 stars.
My ticket cost 200 euros, but they are available for 50 as well. And I have to say, covering such a long distance in such a short time is pretty cool.
We have arrived in London. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you here in the next video. Until then, bye.